Hello all, how we doing? Sunday morning here, and it's about 3.5 weeks, a month since I got back from America, Colorado on the trip, and I got really unwell from the plane travel back, so I've been wiped out, and still every time I feel like I'm on top of it, and wanted to make this video and talk a little bit about the trip. I feel worse again, but I think I'm finally there. Things are starting to get very busy this the end of last week and this week coming for ArcticFox, and that's because of the trip, so that's really exciting. But overall it was just fab, massive, huge experience. Away from sort of the ArcticFox and the prototype, personally I got to do skiing that I could never dream of or thought would take many more years to get to that point. Right the way from the word go, it was great. The AFSPT, that is the Armed Forces Para Snow Sports Team, who I initially went out with, were a great group of guys and girls with various disabilities, and snowboarding, cross country and downhill, and it was really, really fantastic to see what they do. Their sort of narrative is, and not only enabling people to ski, but then taking them through to being competitive, or I should say sort of, competitive athletes, really. So it's really cool to see that, and it gives me a whole different aspect on the adaptive sports scene. But not only that, they helped me get my prototype up and running on day one, and as you might have seen in some of the pictures, we had a great day and a few drinks afterwards. But they're a really, really fantastic group, and I hope I got some, long-term friends and more skiing to come with them. So that was really great. And in fact, when they left, I was so exhausted. I think I spent about 4 days straight in bed, just trying to get myself going again. Once I did get going, I met some really, really sort of cool guys who into their backcountry skiing, and as you saw in some of the videos, we went off with the snowmobile and set up a way to get off-pisting, which for me was the ultimate and where I want to be personally with my skiing, which is backcountry and off-piste, and trying to push that whole area. For me personally, that's just what I enjoy. So it is kind of new within the sport, but I'm just happy doing it. And the prototype again worked really, really well. So I just was more and more thrilled, because everything I chucked at ArcticFox just kept working and working, and I just kept building up these experiences. This is the first time I'd been on the piste on my own, taking all the lifts on my own, and towards the end of the trip, that's exactly what I was doing. I did catch, the bus in, because I was staying at the YMCA, who I also have to thank, because that's a great affordable way, with 3 meals included, sort of school hall style, but it gives you access onto the slopes, and then there's an access bus and a shuttle bus, and the guys were great from there because they'd come all the way out. It's about 20 miles into the resort. But yeah, I was doing that all completely independently towards the end, and then as well as having that sort of snowmobiling backcountry experience, which, to be honest, I would have been happy if it stopped there, but I got prototype 2 out, and the parcel company messed up and delayed, so I actually got it sent out for free, so that's really good. And I got 1 day's testing on it, and that was really, really great, because I didn't think the geometry is pretty much the same on the prototype 2 as prototype 1, but the materials have changed and the construction of those materials have changed, and it handled a lot better. I could actually feel the difference, more confidence, stiffer sort of ride with more you can take more confidence then into the turns and really sort of whip round on them. And if you're taking more confidence into the turns and taking more speed, and you feel comfortable, then you can really start to enjoy yourself. And that's what I liked about Prototype 2, is I could really go into the corners and know that it would take it really well, and enjoy myself sort of doing that left to right. But I took it on some well, towards the end I was doing all the advanced pieces of the whole resort, the double black diamonds and the tree runs, albeit not well, but still getting down there and getting through it. So it was really cool. So it's all, yeah, it was a fantastic trip, and I could go on and on and on and on about it, on so many ways. But on a personal note, I just want to thank, the AFSPT for, well, first of all, it was great to meet you guys. Really enjoyed it. But setting it up, the YMCA for, allowing it to continue on for myself. There's Luke and Alex, the guys who are, well, they live out there and they have the snowmobiles, and were just really keen to try and push to get me in the backcountry. There's also the Winter Park Shuttle guys and the NSCD, who are the disabled centre at Winter Park Resort, who were really helpful. That's Tom and Mark, so the two tech guys there who set up all the sit skis for all the other adaptive skiers that come in, and they were really great at sort of just listening to me talk on and on about ArcticFox and helping me set it up. And again, I hope to meet all you guys again in the future. Right, and then that leaves me just what happens next for ArcticFox. Well, I'm gonna some more videos to come, but essentially, well, right now I'm about to go and meet family in the Chill Factor in Manchester, so I'm really excited about that. I'm this week and last week I'm on sort of back-to-back meetings. I've got another meeting tomorrow morning and then a meeting the next day, and it's knocking me for 6. But this is, ArcticFox is now actively trying to get into some investment or receive investment, and we're looking to try and set up the correct sort of investment, from not just financially, but finding a group or a person who's really keen on what we're trying to do as well. So that's really cool, and that's all come off the trip and finally getting to show people a little bit about what it's all about. So I'm really excited about that. And again, it's a new chapter for me personally, because I got my disease to manage, and it's just trying to manage, how to do the meetings, and a new way that I have to try and find a way, to work and rest and work it around my illness. So it's a new experience, but I've done it before, and I built up the workshop and found a way to do that, and the same in my design work. So I think it's going to be okay, but it has been pretty full on, but exciting having these meetings, and getting to talk to people who generally might be interested in supporting ArcticFox for the future. But Prototype 3 will be coming very soon, and then the exciting bit, have to find somewhere to test it. Anyway, that's a long enough video, I think, and I'm off to meet all the family and get the nieces and nephews on the snow, so it's going to be fun stuff. Cheers, thanks for listening.